Hey guys, my name is Kristen Radaker Sheafer. I am running to represent Missouri's 7th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of information about primary elections, which we have in Missouri coming up on August 2nd. I did not really realize what primaries were up until probably the last election cycle when I started getting very interested in why do we do the things we do in politics. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an overview on what primaries are. Primaries are the elections where parties each have their own ballots and they give you an opportunity to elect who you want representing the party that you will be voting for in the general election. So if you are a Republican or a Democrat, it doesn't really matter because Missouri has open primaries. So if you are not even registered with a party or registered with a party but you want to vote for somebody else, you can go into your polling location and you can pick up whichever ballot you want to vote for. I'm going to be on the Democratic ballot. So if you want to vote for me, you'll have to go in and ask for the Democrat ballot whenever you go to your polling place. Whenever you are voting, there are two people that are supposed to be there to sign your ballot and the poll pad that you will sign in on, which is usually an iPad. At least that's how they do it here in Jasper County. So those two people, one's supposed to be a Republican, one's supposed to be a Democrat, or at least they're not supposed to be the same party working together. So you kind of know that they're not cheating or messing anything up. So each county is going to have a little bit of a different ballot. If you pick up the Democrat ballot, it's going to have the Senate race and the House of Representatives race for the 7th Congressional District. Many counties have an additional race, but it does not seem like most of them are contested in any way. So choose who you would like to vote for on your ballot, but you do not have to fill in every office. If you do not have a preference or you don't feel like you've done adequate research or you just don't really like the people that you have to choose from. I will show you the Jasper County ballot because that is where I am, and it also happens to be the one county where my name is misspelled on the ballot. So, in Jasper County, my name is going to be second under the 7th Congressional District. If you are looking for a recommendation for who you want to vote for the Senate, I would recommend Spencer Toder. He is out there doing fantastic work right now. If you don't exactly know if you're in the 7th Congressional District, I wanted to give you a little bit of a visual. I enlarged the district, but I will tell you Jasper, Newton, McDonald, Lawrence, Berry, Greene, Christian, Stone, Taney, and half of Webster County, the southern half, are all within the 7th Congressional District. So that covers Joplin, Springfield, Monette, Mount Vernon, Branson. Just kind of figure out if you're in one of those counties and you will be able to vote in the 7th Congressional District. Yes. So maybe now you're thinking, well, I always just show up in the general election in November and vote for, whichever party I most associate with. But there's actually a pretty good reason why you should show up to your primaries and vote. I am very visual, so I made a little visual aid. Part of the problem is that we keep electing people in the primaries that are very far right or very far left. The majority of Americans are going to fall somewhere in the middle. We have a system where the most likely people to show up at the primaries are going to be further right and the further left, and there's not going to be as many moderates or as many pragmatic people showing up. Maybe they're not black and white on every issue, or they don't always agree with their party and they feel a little bit politically homeless, and then we wonder why nothing in Washington is actually getting done. To show up in primaries and have your voice heard, you can really start to have more of an effect on who runs and who makes it all the way to Washington. So if you are not on the far right or the far left flank, primaries are for you. That's who we need showing up in these primaries in order to start making Congress work again.